I'm 32 and this is exactly how I feel, so let me tell you how I do my makeup now that I'm in my 30s. Before you even apply your makeup, you need to get a really good skincare routine. For me personally, I know that I need to exfoliate my skin and use tons of moisturizer. I have combination skin and my skin is actually oily. I also have large pores. But moisturizer and exfoliating is my friend. Find a skincare routine that works for you so that you can start with a really nice base. My next tip is that less is more. I started realizing that foundation was looking really heavy on my skin. It was looking like cakey. My skin was looking old. It just wasn't looking as good as it has in my youth. I don't know why. I started realizing that less is more. So now I only apply concealer instead of foundation because this is more lightweight and I'm not applying as much and I'm not applying it everywhere like I would apply my foundation. I still love foundation and sometimes when I want a full glam look, I will still wear foundation, but for my everyday look, I'm using just a little bit of concealer, if you want to consider this a little bit, but I feel like this just looks so much lighter on my skin and it leaves my skin looking skin-like, but perfected. This specific concealer has been my favorite because it's very lightweight. This one is the Born This Way Ethereal Light Illuminating Smoothing Concealer from Too Faced. I'm using the shade Pecan and I'm blending it out with a brush. I prefer cream or liquids now, like the Charlotte Tilbury contour one. I feel like powder products just make my skin look drier and therefore older. When my skin is nice and hydrated, that's when I look the most youthful. I also tend to go towards softer, more natural looking makeup. Obviously, it looks like I have makeup on, but I'm talking about not wearing heavy makeup as much. Do I still wear heavy makeup sometimes? Yes, but I definitely feel like it makes me look older, and I feel like having a lighter, simple eye look makes me look more youthful, especially for my everyday makeup looks. I love lashes, but last year or two, I've switched to cluster lashes because I feel like strip lashes just look too heavy on my eyes lately. Of course, there's different kinds, but I love how cluster lashes look more natural. Of course, it depends what kind you get. For me personally, the strips just don't look as good anymore in my 30s. I know I said I stay away from powders, but I will still set my face because I have oily skin and this just won't last all day for me if I don't set it. But when I set my face, I'm only setting my under eye area and my T-zone. Basically where I get the most oily, you can see the difference in what this looks like once I set it. Once my skin like absorbs this setting powder, it'll look a little more dewy like it did before. Also keep in mind that I'm not baking because if I put too much powder on, it's gonna make my skin look too dry and again, it's gonna accentuate like my wrinkles. The powder product that I will still use is blush because I don't use that much and it's literally just going in this area. I also feel like blush helps you look youthful because it helps you look alive. Without blush, I feel like I look like a corpse. This just like makes my face look flushed, you know, like I got some blood flow going on. I love lip liner, but I also feel like lip liner or too much of it or the wrong shade makes me look aged. Recently, I have been using eyeshadow as my lip liner. I have done a separate video on this. What my lips look like after I'm done. That is how I do my makeup now that I'm in my 30s. The biggest takeaway here is have a good skincare routine so you can start with a good base and less is more. Those two things are definitely what helped me the most. What works for you? I would love to hear your guys' tips as well.